Farming is part of agriculture, but agriculture is a lot more than just farming.
We do everything from woodworking to welding, small engines, electrical, everything you could possibly need for a career in any of those areas or in just honing your own home.
A lot of our students go into fields like landscape design or turf grass management. Very few of our students go on to actually farm.
We do every single step on our own, which of course we are showed how to do it.
It does prepare students for college because we do cover your math, science, and different standards just in a very real way, so it makes more sense to a lot of our students.
It should be something that the student can enjoy, something that they can come in and get their hands dirty and actually learn a little bit and have a good time in the process.
A lot of my kids come in, they want to try, they start off at architecture and may move over to technical drafting, which is mechanical engineering.
I'm actually trying to look for a thing to do in college, and I've actually thought about doing architect when I get older.
We use design situations to help students learn how to design and how to think. So a lot of times when they get drawings, things are left off the drawings on purpose. So they actually learn how to think about what they need to do next in the drawing.
Instead of learning how to draw a blueprint, we're using the computer to do it instead. We tried to do a airplane, an F-22. That was probably the funnest one we've done.
It's pretty much they come in and just find out where they want to be.
Basically in the construction class here, we try to teach about the jobs in the industry.
We represent carpentry, masonry, plumbing, and electrical, as well as welding and just various parts of the construction business.
We try to give them a little knowledge of the saws, how to use them, safety.
After we get done with all our book work, we go out in the shop and we work on such things as picture frames, housing. We try to help out the school by putting picture frames up of sports, anything like that.
It's something fun to do. You get to try different things. You learn if you're good at it. You find what you're not good at.
When you're later on in life, when you're sitting around house and you need something done, you don't have to call someone to do it. You can do it yourself.
Graphic design is everything. It's all around us. It influences everything in the world. The general definition is communication through visual means, which is everything. There's nothing in the world that has not been touched by graphic design somehow. The other side is printmaking.
I actually want my career to be in graphic design and industrial design. I want to design cars, so I kind of stick with it. It offers many markets in the career pathway, but also it'll teach you many things that you'll need to learn later on in life, as well as just being fun.
Regardless of what field you're going into, you're going to use these tools somehow. If all it uses is to create an edge against your competition to get a job, you still can use them.
This pathway can prepare students for any career, because we look at aspects if you were an employee or if you were an employer. And I would say that all my students, and it's one thing I ask them on the first day, how many of you want to be working one day? Whether for yourself or for someone else, you're going to be working, because we look at salary versus wages, we look at gross income versus net income, so they learn all aspects that will help them in the future for almost any career.
Any businessman or businesswoman really and truly need these skills in order to make a decent living.
We learn a lot of the business fundamentals, communication skills, just everything that's required to, become a businessman and, pursue that career.
Anyone who's interested in, really with any of the business pathways, if you're going to be in the workplace one day, it's beneficial, especially with the Microsoft Office certifications. I've had several speakers come in and say that's one thing they look for on the resume. And two, with entrepreneurship, is if you really want to start your own business, even now as a teenager or in the future, you're getting those skills now.
Students that take this pathway are exploring careers in education. So what they're going to get at the end of the pathway is a great introduction to what it is to be a teacher, and if they successfully complete the pathway and the end of pathway assessment, they earn college credit for the first level teaching course at a Georgia public university or college.
The early childhood program is for students that are interested in teaching in preschool or in a public school setting or any of those. They learn about child development and strategies for working with children, and actually have a hands-on lab that they get to work in.
I chose this pathway because I wanted to be such a big part of someone's life and know that I did something right for somebody and I taught them something, and that they can always look back and say, she helped me a lot, she did so much for me, she taught me something.
Our goal is to make young people better citizens, but we try to give them the skills to be successful in whatever they wish to pursue after high school. So whether it's the military, whether it's college, going to the workforce, we're going to give them different means to accomplish what they want to do. And we try to do that pretty much through time management skills, financial planning skills. We have skills in leadership, so they have hands-on experience in class where they're leaders, where they're squad leaders, they're platoon leaders, platoon sergeants, and they administer to other cadets. So they're in charge, and we monitor them, but they're the ones running things, and we try to do that throughout the program.
There's academic opportunities and scholarship opportunities and things like that, but also the fact that everybody in this program is a family, and you unite as one, just like any other team, or football or soccer or cheerleading, everything. You just come together as one, and that's probably the best thing that you could get out of this.
We have 3 levels. The first level is introducing them to healthcare in general. We find the basics about the history. The second level, we start to do a little more hands-on. We learn all the vital signs, blood pressure, temperature, respiration, height and weight. And that's wonderful, because that's the basics of if they go into any type of healthcare field, they're going to need to know that.
And it basically prepares people for a career in sports medicine, whether it is athletic training, to be an orthopedic surgeon or just an orthopedic physician, massage therapy, anything with a hands-on orthopedic type of career.
If you're a hands-on learner, then you're going to have a lot of fun. It's not just writing, taking notes, and listening to teachers talk at you. You're actually touching, listening, talking back, having a conversation.
So if they want to go to college and become an athletic trainer, they've already got hands-on experience. They've got the knowledge where their coursework would be a lot easier in college. If they wanted to go be a medical assistant, they've already have some background knowledge. So basically, a lot of things in the medical field specifically geared towards orthopedics, this would prepare them for.
The biotechnology pathway will help to prepare students for college and careers beyond high school. They will gain many practical experiences that they'll use later in life. For example, in this pathway, students are running electrophoresis, they're using pipetters, they're cultivating bacteria, they're culturing cells, they're imaging PCRs, they're amplifying DNA, and these are, again, skills that will be utilized later on in life. In college and even beyond.
We're able to do things that just aren't done anywhere else in the state and even many places in the country. And I think it's an opportunity that I'm very proud of being able to say that I have, and that I will definitely look back on in the future as being very useful to me in my later life.
So there's 3 classes. There's an intro class, there's a Culinary 1 class, and a Culinary 2 class. The intro class is the basics, they learn the fundamentals, and then they go into Culinary 1 where they get more hands-on in the kitchen. With these classes, they are able to go into prep cook positions once they leave. There's 3 classes they have to take. The end of pathway final, and with the end of pathway final, it actually can get them a certification for a prep cook position.
In 1 and 2 Culinary, I learned a lot more. We were in the kitchen all the time. I learned, hands-on like knife cuts, and I learned the difference between dry measuring and liquid measuring, and like how to use those differences, because I definitely mess those up all the time.
I think the biggest benefit is that even if they don't want to be in the culinary industry, that they learn how to cook. They learn the proper way to do things, how to hold a knife, knife cuts. They can watch TV and say, hey, I know what's going on here.
The Sports and Entertainment Marketing Program is a program where students take the skills and knowledge they learn in marketing principles and gear it towards the sports and entertainment industries. If they're a student athlete or if they're wanting to go into the business industry in sports or entertainment, they really get a behind-the-scenes knowledge of the marketing and business side of sports and entertainment industry. So that's a huge benefit for them, going in anywhere they go after high school.
The Cosmetology program covers all realms of the curriculum. We study massage, facials, we do hairstyling, we do hair coloring, we do permanent waving, and lots of massage, lots of nails, lots of toenails.
One of the benefits that I really enjoy is that you're able to take those classes here, but you earn hours at the same time.
It's hard work, but it's real fun, and it's going to help you in the long run.
Interior design is a new pathway, and we offer 3 different classes in interior design. There are 3 levels. It helps students learn life skills, and if they're interested in this pathway, they can go on and further their education. Students that take this pathway can either go into an interior design field. They can be a designer, they can become a decorator. Some of the jobs that are included are things like set decorator for movies or commercials, things like that. They can also go into their own business. They can also work in furniture stores where they're designing floor plans for clients and customers. There's a wide variety of things that they can choose.
There are so many careers that could stem from this pathway in terms of game design, web page design, digital design. There's so much in medical related to technology with 3D animation design, manufacturing 3D animation and design. So the students get a taste for design projects related to the real world that could take them in multiple areas depending upon their interests.
If you look around in the world, we're getting more and more advanced, and that technology comes with that. So if you take this class, you're more likely to understand all that newer technology, which will help you in the future.
Students should choose the pathway because technology is really involved in almost every career, whether you're directly working with technology or you're working with someone in your office or medical field with technology. Having that knowledge or hands-on experience with technology will really give them a foot into the door for any careers. The Microsoft certifications, Adobe certifications, and just the overall knowledge of technology will help them as they transition from school into the world of work.
Within this pathway, we have 3 separate classes. Our first one is the Introduction to Law, Public Safety and Security. And with that one, it's basically an intro to the whole criminal justice system. We talk about fire, we talk about the court systems, how it works, what happens from the time someone is arrested all the way through sentencing and corrections.
It's exciting that these kids are going to be able to be certified as CERT responders, where they can take the training that they received and go out in the community and serve in disaster relief and things like that.
If you're into law, you like different types of law, you like forensics, you want to be a lawyer or anything like that, you want to be a firefighter or a policeman, this would be the class for you.
It's getting them to buy into the importance of the criminal justice system and what can we do for them.
We see marketing in the grocery stores, we see marketing, as you're going down the road, so it is everywhere, so you can't deny that marketing is not an important pathway to take.
Pretty much all the programs in the county, the marketing programs, are going to have a school-based enterprise where students have the opportunity to work in a school store, work in like a retail setting, other students as their customers, and so they're learning basic, pricing, customer service.
It made me more interested in owning my own business with entrepreneurship, just because I got to see the benefits of that.
So I really think that marketing does help students gain the, the edge over other applicants for jobs, especially when they have the marketing pathway.
We offer the pre-engineering program as well as the pre-architecture program. And the pre-engineering program focuses on technical drafting, pre-architecture, architecture. It's a great program in that the initial class, the Intro to Engineering, teaches them the basics of technical drawing. So they learn how to draw section views, auxiliary views. So they actually take what they learn in those first classes and then they begin to develop things.
We don't just work out of the book, we get different challenges. So we have to kind of figure things out for ourselves sometimes, so that'll kind of prepare me to be on my own.
So it really gives them, in both cases, an opportunity to really see what engineers and architects do and if that's a field that they would be interested in.
Each high school has the Automotive program, which is now Transportation, Logistics, and Support. Under that, guys, is the basic maintenance and light repair 1, 2, and 3. We do a variety of hands-on, of course. We do take the students into the shop. We have most of the shops here in Paulding County have a 4-bay garage. We can supply real live work as well as trainers and demonstrations that we can do with each of the students and can repeat those kinds of things. That way we can make sure that all students get through and master each task.
Whether you're going to be a mechanic or not, if you plan on driving an automobile in the future, this class definitely teaches you the basics on what you should know.
These careers that we can teach at this level can lead into everything from the dealership level to the independent shops. The fleet garages also like to have students come into those and work.
Many of my seniors and juniors have current jobs in the industry. They call me from time to time for interview over the phone, or they ask for references. So we're proud to be able to put the workforce out there that we can train at this level.